If you're an online coach and you want to scale to consistent 100K months with your coaching program, my friends, my name is Peyton Helm, and I'm going to give you everything you need in this video to do so. This is going to be about how I scaled my high ticket coaching program to $2.3 million in less than 2 years without grinding on Instagram every day and working 60-hour weeks and trying all kinds of things that don't work and all that stuff. This is going to be a full tutorial pretty much on everything that I did. It's going to literally give you everything from who this is for to who I am, proof, the disruption framework, all of this stuff, my full breakdown, literally everything. You're going to see everything that I did to scale my coaching program. So here's some things we're going to cover real quick, and then I'm going to dive into who this is for and what problems we're going to be specifically solving in this video. Number one, like I said, it's going to be how I went from stuck at 10K a month for literally 2 years to consistent 6-figure months with my coaching program in literally less than 4 months. It's also going to be on how I disrupted my industry and became a household name. So literally everybody, almost everybody in the industry knows who I am. When people get on the phone with my closer, they're like, yeah, I've been following Peyton for like a long time. Like everybody talks about it, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to show you how you can do the same in your industry, whatever space you're in, right? You're going to see my full ads, literally my ad campaigns, my ad creatives. You're going to see my funnel and my operations and my coaching program breakdown. You're going to learn why most coaches never hit 7 figures and how to actually do that so you don't become one of those coaches that doesn't hit 7 figures. You're going to get a full breakdown of my new coaching program, which I'm calling Ascend, and it's specifically for online coaches. So this is not the one I scaled to $2.3 million per year. This is brand new. And by the way, I know that you're watching this on a YouTube video. You might be watching this on my website as well. There are video chapters down below, so feel free to skip around and watch whatever you want. Like, I know you're going to do that anyway, so I'm not going to make you watch this whole VSL. And if you just want to skip straight to the program breakdown and see what I'm offering, feel free. Don't matter to me. But what I want you to understand is this is not going to be one of those VSLs that's like 10 minutes long, and it's like, oh, I got this offer, and here's my 3-step simple system, and I'm going to give you a guarantee. Book a call down below for my 10K program. That's not what we're doing. This is going to be an actual valuable video. My goal is that you can watch this and walk away and be able to scale your coaching program without hiring me. Like, that's my goal. This will not be a fluff piece. So I just wanted to get that out there. Buckle up. This is going to be a long video. Pay attention, take notes if you want to, and rewatch, because this is going to be really, really, really freaking good. This is for coaches who have what I call revenue paralysis. Okay. So specifically experienced coaches in any niche. I've helped people or coaches in all kinds of different niches, from marketing to fitness to religion to, relationships to content, anything, right? Any kind of niche that you are in, you are not super special. You can scale to $1 million a year or more. And I'm going to show you how I've done it myself and how I've helped other people do it as well. Okay, so experienced coaches, though, you can't be a beginner. You have to have an offer. You have to have some client success, right? This isn't going to be helpful for you if you've never helped anybody or if you're trying to teach something that you haven't done before, okay? So please, we don't like those coaches, the fucking scammers who are like, oh, I bought this course and now I'm going to go make my own course and sell it. Like, no. If you're that kind of coach, leave, because we don't work with you because you're awful. This is for coaches who are also, again, experienced, client success, but also stuck between 10 to 50K a month. Okay, 50, right? And you're trying to get to that 100K or 200 or 300K per month mark, but you just can't seem to figure out how to do it, right? This is also if you're going to be solopreneur, like you're just the only one working in your program, or you've got a team. This is also specifically going to help you if you are one-on-one coaching and you have an unscalable offer. Like if I were to come to you and be like, hey, I'll give you 100 clients next month. Can you fulfill it? And you're like, oh, no, I can't. I would die. This is going to be for you, right? So we're going to not only talk about how to, nail the client acquisition side, but also how to nail the fulfillment side. Also, for those of you who are working 60+ hour work weeks and you're like, you don't ever see your family or your friends, like you're massive under stress, pressure, overwhelm, maybe like your friends and family are like, oh my God, you work all the time. Like, why is your whole coaching business not more successful when you're facing a lot of pressure? I get that. I've been there, right? I literally was door dashing when I first started my program because I just couldn't seem to make it work. So if you want to learn more about me, by the way, I have a whole video on this channel that's going to be about my story. But anyway, if you're feeling like that right now, I want to help you break into something that's scalable and consistent and predictable, but also will only make you work 10 to 20 hours a week like I do. And it's going to be for those of you finally who've tried other 10K programs or hired agencies or ran ads or ran funnels, tested things. You're posting daily content on Instagram, maybe YouTube or TikTok, but nothing's scaling and you're just unsure on what the problem is and you can't figure it out. There is a solution. You do not have to have revenue paralysis for the rest of your life. There is medication for it, and I am your medication. You're welcome. So yeah, this is gonna be for you. If you are feeling this right now, listen, like, I can laugh and poke fun, but like, this is serious. This is really, really serious. Your whole mission here as a business owner is to have a business that can make your life a dream life, but it can also change the lives of the people that you work with. And I know that you're really passionate about this if you're still watching this, because this is not a super hypey video, right? I'm not gonna like throw in a bunch of crazy edits and stuff to keep you engaged. If you're here, you're serious, and I want you to continue to be serious, but I also want you to be successful. So that's what I want to help you do. So who am I and why am I qualified to speak on this? I'm going to really, really briefly touch on this, but like I said, there will be a video on my YouTube channel about my story if you want to learn more about me, okay? So my name is Peyton Helm. I am in North Carolina, in Asheville, if you're near here. What's up? I grew a multi-million-dollar coaching program helping online service businesses, okay? So this specifically in the photography industry. I have the largest and most successful program in my industry. Again, that might not be true, but to me, it's true. It's one of the largest and most successful in the industry, at least. We do consistent 100K months plus for 18 months, $2.3 million in revenue at a 7 to 9x return on ad spend, which is crazy. And I'm going to show you how. I've been running this program for 4 years. I've got over 500 clients and we have a 98% client success rate. We literally in 4 years have had 2 disputes and I've maybe given out 1 or 2 refunds. And it was mostly in the very beginning of what I was doing because I was still learning how to be a coach, right? But what's really, really cool about what I do and why I'm really confident that I can help online coaches outside of just my beta members so far in Ascend is that these online service businesses run the exact same client acquisition strategies that we run in the coaching industry. They have call funnels, they book calls, they have VSLs or other types of content. We run ads on Facebook and Instagram, and then we close people at $5,000 to $15,000 per service. It's the exact same thing that I teach coaches. And it's the exact same thing that I ran in my coaching business to scale it as high as I did. And by the way, if you don't believe me, like I'll show more proof, but like this is my Stripe account, right? I didn't just process payments through Stripe, but this is like I've got some PayPal and stuff too. But like, look, and this is from January 1st, 2024 to October 11th, which was yesterday, 2025. So, I mean, look at this, January, February, we're scaling up 125K in April. We did 100K the next month and consistent 100K months ever since then. The only reason we haven't scaled higher than this, honestly, is just because I'm kind of capped out with I have a very, very small team and I'm very happy with the revenue that I'm making. But if I had more of a team, I could very easily scale this to $200,000 or $300,000 per month. Again, another reason why I'm not doing it is because I kind of don't want to help photographers anymore. And that's kind of why I'm launching Ascend, because I like helping coaches better, but that's besides the point. So we're going to get back to this. So anyway, 4 years, 500 clients with a 98% client success rate. And my success rate, I'm not getting into too much into the weeds to it, but it's essentially like they have to go through the program, they have to launch ads, and they have to hit a certain revenue, or excuse me, a certain profit margin, return on investment. So 98%, 2 out of every 100 people don't do it. And usually those people didn't go through everything properly. We have an insane client success rate. And again, we have one of the largest and most successful programs in my industry because when I started my program, my goal was to disrupt the industry and really make something that's better than everybody else. And not necessarily just better, but also different. These are a few pictures of me too, by the way. Like this is, obviously like a portrait. I went to Iceland doing some photo stuff here. I went to Banff, that's Moraine Lake in Canada. Again, bonus of having a coaching business that made me rich. This is me and my wife, Caitlin. We got married in Lake Como, Italy. This is me and my buddy Jordan, who's also in Ascend, by the way. We have some M cars. I literally just bought this in February of this year, or excuse me, April, not February. Same month I got married. $100,000 brand new BMW M4 competition with a ton of awesome carbon mods on it. And then I literally just bought this for my wife for her birthday, which was literally like 3 days ago. It's a brand new Toyota RAV4, paid in cash. This, and by the way, I took this right in front of our 5,000 square foot house we have in the mountains. Like this, and I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just saying this because I've built this coaching program to make myself rich, but also I've built it in a way that I don't have to work 60-hour weeks. I work 10 to 20 hours a week and I spend time with my wife and our pets. We'll eventually have kids, but for now it's our pets and we travel. We're literally about to go on a trip today after I film this. It's like our 4th or 5th trip this year in 2025. And it's because I have a program that I can step away from and things don't break when I step away from it. It's amazing. And again, see proof for proof. So like, obviously you've seen my proof, like, I've got this and all that stuff. Also want to pull up my wins channel. Hold on, let me pause this real quick. So this is the wins channel in my marketing program for photographers, and we literally have wins posted almost every single freaking day. We've got several dozen people who make over $1 million a year, all the way up to $5 million a year. And we have a ton of people who do multi 6 figures per year. And again, it's all just the same things that we do to scale coaching programs. Now, I'm sure you're like, hey, Peyton, like, this is cool, but do you actually help coaches? And yes, my new program, Ascend. So I've helped a lot of coaches one-on-one, but I just started my new coaching program, Ascend, and we just did beta. Literally, I've got 33 members in here right now. And they came in for free. So only a small portion of them actually did things. But if we go to the wins channel, take a look at this. Dan literally just did 70K in 1 month, his biggest month ever. Felipe he fired his whole team. Last month he made $7,000, and literally just a month later he did 24,000. He's also on his way to do 100K month along with Dan. If he keeps with this, with this momentum. Louisa, $24,000 sold. She just posted another one where she spent $1,000 and made $10,000 back, return on investment. So, and again, like Dan, he helps musicians, right? Book high paying gigs. Felipe helps men who are single get more dates, and he helps them with looks and photos and stuff like that as well. Louisa helps fitness coaches scale their offers. It's insane. And we've got more. Jordan literally just joined too. I don't know where he posted his testimonial, but I've got it on this page right here. He posted it somewhere in school. He said, since going through Ascend, I found a lot of clarity in refining and developing the components of my offer and product that I haven't had before. These elements have always been a sticking point for me, and I believe they're the core skill sets I lack. And Peyton breaks it down so simply and easily, comparing this to other big players and coaches in the space. He takes a top spot with how he's able to break down advanced concepts and make them simple. He knows his stuff, which is great. I love it. And then here's a few other screenshots of some people in my other program who are hitting 100K months left and right, and buying cars and stuff like that with $11,000 in ad spend, made 100K in a month. So I've helped a lot of service businesses scale that high. And this is also a coach, Tom, one of my good friends, who he makes consistently 150K a month. And I want to tell you or show you what he said. It's only a minute long. Don't worry.
Hey, my name is Tom, and I'm the founder of Vertical Motion. So you can find me online at Tom Cox VM on Instagram, on YouTube, and a couple other places. I run a coaching program that has about 150K a month run rate. And I just wanted to drop a quick testimonial for Peyton, because Peyton is someone that I met through another coaching program. He and I have become good friends, and he has taught me a lot about marketing, online marketing, and how to actually grow my brand online the right way, specifically around the area of having a really good funnel built the right way. And I just want to say, Peyton, thank you for all of the help that you've given me. It's led to a ton of success for us, as you know. But if you're somebody that's thinking about working with Peyton to get your coaching dialed in, to get your funnel built the right way, he's the real deal. This is actually some really high quality coaching, training experience that Peyton has. He spent a lot of time in the trenches doing it the wrong way until he figured out how to do it the right way. And then he taught me how to do it the right way. And now our business has skyrocketed because of him. So Peyton, thank you for your help. And if you're thinking about working with Peyton, I think it's a great idea.
I love Top. Top, if you're watching, thank you so much for the kind words. And it was a pleasure helping you scale. So that's proof for proof, right? I'm gonna be posting more and more and more proof as Ascend grows. By the way, again, if you want to skip to the breakdown for Ascend and you want to work with me, feel free to skip there. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's dive into a big old disclaimer, because I am not the type of coach that's going to offer a guarantee, because I think guarantees are bullshit. This is not a guarantee of results, because those come from the actions that you take with the information that you have. Most people do nothing, so most people get nothing. That's why the percentage of getting a multi-million-dollar business is like 0.10% or something like that. I don't even know. It's very, very low. So if you're the type of person that does nothing, you will get nothing. And if you're the type of person that does things, even with imperfect information, you will get those results. But that's on you, not on me. What I'm going to promise you is that I'm going to be showing you everything I did, and it has been proven to work not only with myself, but with other people. And what you do with that is on you. So I want to dive into why you're stuck and why it's not your fault. Okay. Now, here is what's keeping you at 10 to 50K a month. And this is, again, just what I've seen from helping dozens and dozens of other coaches do this as well. Your positioning, number one, is unclear. You sound like every other coach in your industry, and your clients have no reason to choose you over the competition. Really think about that for a second. Outside of your personality, why would somebody hire you versus your direct competition? If you don't know the answer to that question, then your positioning is unclear. And that's bad. That will keep you stuck. Number 2, you have outdated or just simply bad marketing. You're struggling with organic content, or the ads that you're running aren't working, and you're attracting the totally wrong type of client through your funnel, through your messaging, through your sales process, whatever. How many of you guys, and I know this from experience, have tried different funnels? You've tried different lead magnets, you've tried different ads, you've tried posting organic content, and nothing seems to be consistent. You've got the revenue fucking roller coaster where you're like 20K in a month, and then like 5, and then like 1, and then like 8. Like, it's just all over the place, right? You don't have consistency. You don't have predictability, because the things that you're doing with your marketing channels are not dialed in. Okay. Number 3, your pricing and your offer is wrong. By the way, it's either like these are either or, not all of them, unless if it's all of them, like you're really screwed. The pricing or the offer is wrong. Either you're undercharging and you're attracting brokies, awful clients is the more, appropriate way to say that, or you've raised prices and you can't close anyone because you're suddenly too expensive and there's not enough perceived value. Right? That can happen very easily. And number 4, you can't scale because everything runs through you. If you disappear for a week, your business would collapse. One of my very, very, very good friends, his name is Adam. We went to a mastermind in Spain last year, and he was running, he was doing client check-ins manually. And he was like on his computer constantly. Adam, if you're watching this, I love you, brother, and you're doing amazing things now. But I remember chatting with him, and I was like, dude, you can't scale like this. Like, you have to find some way to have this automated or delegated. And I don't know what he does now, but he scaled to massive numbers with his program now. So, like, Adam, if you're watching this, I love you, brother. But yeah, like, this is something that I've seen over and over and over again. If everything runs through you, you can't get sick. You can't travel. You can't spend time with your family the way that you want to. If you have kids, you can't give them proper attention, because if you disappear, your entire livelihood would collapse. And that's fucking awful. And I don't want that for any of you. And I didn't want it for myself either. I became a business owner because I wanted to have time to raise my children, my future children, properly. I wanted to have time to love and nurture my relationship with my wife, and like have fun with my pets and be active, work out, like do things, drive my car that I love. Like, I did not do this to sit in front of this fucking camera and computer and work all day. And I don't want you to do that either. Coaches who scale aren't working harder than you. So you have to get it out of your head that I need to work harder. They're not working harder than you. They're disrupting. They're not competing. You're competing with them. But the coaches who are doing 10x the amount of revenue you're doing, it's not because they've worked harder. It's not because they have necessarily better marketing. It's because they're disrupting. They've created a category. They're not competing with you. It's the totally different type of person. What I want to help you do, and the reason why Ascend is going to be in its own league and why we're going to disrupt the coaching industry, is because I'm not going to teach you how to compete with everybody else. I'm going to teach you how to be your own category. And this is what I did. And this is how I scaled my program with a 9x return on investment, which, by the way, I forgot to show that. Look at this, $2.25 million. If we go to this year to date, we're at 1.07. Look at my ads manager. This is from my scaling campaigns, right? 9x return on investment, $118,000 in ad spend across all these ads that I've been running this year. 1.07. You do the math, that's a 9x return on investment. Now, if you go to my overall, because this is just my scaling campaigns, I have a lot of campaigns that I just tested stuff with, and I probably spent like $20,000 or $30,000 on that. So that's where my 7x comes in. So my total return on investment is 7, but from my scaling campaigns, which got me almost all of my purchases, 9x return on investment. The reason why I did this is because I disrupted my industry and I became a household name, and I want to help you do that too. I don't just want to fucking help you launch ads like every other fucking coach. So the disruption framework, what is it? How do we do it? It's all centered on one question. How do I become so different, so better, and so impossible to ignore that my ideal clients have no choice but to work with me over my competition? How do I become different, better, and impossible to ignore? When I was stuck at 10K a month, I realized that instead of trying to be better than my competition, I just need to be different. And when I realized that and I took the actions appropriate from making that decision, I had my first 125K month right after that. And this is what I want you guys to do too. Here's how I did it. When the market went left, I went right. I questioned every single industry norm. And I said, this is bullshit. I want to do things different. I want to be a breath of fresh air. Instead of positioning myself like everyone else, I created my own category. And getting into the weeds a little bit, my specific category was I wanted to work with a higher level type of entrepreneur, photographer, or videographer, and I want to teach them paid marketing because nobody else was doing it. Everybody was teaching beginners how to run discount and giveaway ads. I wanted to teach them how to run branded high value advertising with call funnels, just like I'm running with this program, to have massive success. And that's why with my program, I have more high-level people, more multimillionaires, more other educators in the photography industry in my program than any other program in the industry. And we have the highest client success rate that I've ever seen. Nobody online talks about us negatively. Everybody who's been through my program says it's incredible. And I did this because I positioned myself different and I created my own category. I was also controversial and I called out industry bullshit just like I'm doing in the coaching industry. This created super fans and enemies. And the enemies were usually other coaches. But that was fine because I directly threw rocks. I said, you do not need to hire these scam coaches who teach you discounts and giveaways because that's the fastest way to run your business into the ground. You do not need to hire these other coaches that tell you to lower prices because that's how you go broke. And in the coaching industry, I'm saying you do not need to hire coaches that just teach you how to fucking boost posts and run ads, even if it's a fucking call funnel, VSL funnel, DM funnel, whatever. You need to hire a coach that can teach you this, because out of the dozens and dozens of coaches that I've helped who are all running ads already, this is what helped them scale, not spending more money on ads. All right? Controversial, calling out industry bullshit, and you should do this too. This will create super fans and some enemies, but that's all right. Also, instead of running ads that look like everybody else's, I created marketing so unique that people remember me years later, and you'll see that when I show you my ad creatives. And other coaches tried to copy me, and they failed. But literally, like I pioneered a certain specific look of an ad, and then everybody else, like a year later, started running those same ads. It was really funny, honestly. Also, instead of using the same sales funnels and sales scripts and all that stuff, I built a process focused on authenticity. And that instantly made me the most trustworthy coach in my space. A good example of that is when I started showing my pricing for my program before people even booked calls. Nobody else did that. Everybody made people jump on a coaching or a sales call, a discovery call, and pitch them a $5,000 program. I said in my VSL, I said, you know what, guys? I started at $6K. And if you're broke, don't hire me. That created so much trust and authority more than anything else. Nobody else did that. Everybody had the super hyper edited 10-minute VSL that was like, here's my 3-step simple system, book a call. And I never did that because it was bullshit. Why would I do that? It's so fake. I just wanted to be my own person. And that made me the most trustworthy coach in my space. And I've been told that by hundreds of people. Instead of competing on price, I positioned myself as the premium solution clients wanted to invest in, not just spend money on. I was higher priced than almost everybody else in my industry, almost. And we have more high profile clients who pay the most than anyone else. I already said that, but repeating it. Also, instead of doing everything myself, I automated, delegated, and leaded as a CEO, and I only work 20 hours a week while still providing for my family. And I have a small team, by the way. I'm not one of those coaches that's spending making 120K a month and spending 110 to get there. I have a extremely high profit margin because I only have a 4-person team. But that 4-person team, along with my automations that I have in my program, mean that I can pay minimal without also spending a ton of time giving people success in my program. But the most important thing was I focused on client success over everything, and that built my reputation. And the results, I kind of already showed you this, but I'll show you again. All the wins are just incredible. And so far, the wins for Ascend, even though we're just getting started, are also pretty fucking cool. So I want to break down my ads, my funnel, and my program. Not Ascend. This is going to be for the program that I scaled. We'll break down Ascend later. All right. So this is going to look very confusing. I'm going to break it down really simply and then go through each part in depth. Okay. We start with ads over here on the left. The ads go to a sales asset, which is a VSL. People book a call. They see a sales video. They get on the call. They close, and then they go through my program and they become referrals. Really simple to understand. What we're going to break down is how to actually do that. And we're going to start over here with the ads. So ad strategies. I've ran a few, and these are my favorites. So all of them are through the ads manager. We're not boosting posts. I used to, not anymore. I don't think they work as well as they used to. So we're all through the ads manager now. Number one, lead magnet ads. So these are lead campaigns that go to my website. You could also call this a sales funnel, landing page, whatever you say, right? And that has a video on it. This is, a lot of people call it a call funnel. I call it a call funnel. You could call it a VSL funnel. It doesn't matter. Lead magnet ads, you could also send to PDFs. You could do low ticket products. Doesn't matter. Lead magnet ads essentially is you're taking somebody on meta platforms and you're taking them to your website. And usually the goal there is to either have them book a call or buy some low ticket product and then eventually upsell or book a call. Really simple to understand. It's a lead magnet. It solves a problem. That's been my most successful. This is what I've run the most of. It's been great. We also have Instagram profile ads. So these are what some other coaches call follower ads, except it's not the type of follower ads where you're boosting posts. These are through the ads manager. Initially, I didn't like these, but I've been testing them more and more over the last several months, and they've been working really well. So, and again, these are through the ads manager, not through boosting posts. This is a little bit different than what a lot of coaches teach. They work great. They're really, really, really great. They're great for top of funnel and getting a lot of people in, getting a lot of followers. So that way either you or your setter can go through and message them. We also run Instagram DM ads. So these are obviously for getting inbound DMs. Same process or same setup as the profile ads, except these are obviously just a engagement campaign in Meta instead of a traffic campaign. So profile ads are a traffic campaign, and then obviously we're sending people to the Instagram profile. And then obviously the Instagram DM ads are engagement campaigns to get people to DM you. We also have omnipresent ads, which is essentially my proprietary retargeting strategy. This is going to be taught in Ascend only. I'm not really going to give any info about it here, but the omnipresent ads are a way to retarget. It's not a traditional retargeting campaign. It's really content focused, not ad focused. And this dropped our cost per call in half. It was like really expensive. And then we dropped it in half and now we're sub $200 per call booked. And those calls know the price. So just do that math for a second. So really, really great strategy. I'm not going to touch on it much here, but it's solid. And then by the way, so we're sending people to an Instagram like this. Obviously I've got my ideal client call out. I help Wedding Create and Scale with paid ads. I've got the owner of Full-Time Wedding Pro, which is my coaching program that I scaled, and then Ascend, which is my new program. I've got links, and then I've got 500 posted case studies in my story highlights. So that way when people scroll through these, and they're all unedited too, by the way, whenever this freaking loads, you'll see it. Might not load because sometimes, there we go. So yeah, they're unedited, right? Like you can literally see these people, they can search them up. It's all kinds of stuff, right? We post it all the time, every week. And then as far as content, I don't post a lot of content. 4 years, I've made 52 posts. If we go to my reels, I don't post a lot, these were 3 rows in and I posted these almost a year ago. So I don't post a lot of reels. And I don't really post a lot of long form content either. I have a YouTube channel, but I don't post a lot. Anyway, we'll get to content here in a sec. But anyway, these are the ad strategies. Now the actual ad creatives I'm going to show you in the Meta Ads library, which by the way, you can look up my name if you want to and look at them. I'm going to show you a few. I like video ads. I like image ads. They both work great. This has been one of my best performing ads long term, and I'm going to play just the very beginning of it because I want to show you how I approached things differently than what a lot of other coaches do. So watch the first few seconds of this.
Wedding photographers and videographers, listen, I hate ads. In fact, I don't even know why I'm walking. I'm literally just going to sit down and we're going to chat for a second. Listen, if you're stuck right now and you want to scale your wedding business, you want to book weddings that are in cool places like this villa in Marbella, Spain, which has a pretty sick view right now. This is crazy. So anyway, if you're stuck right now, you're relying on social media, post.
Okay, so you see what I'm doing here? I have a crazy pattern interrupt. I hate ads. And it's if you're running ads, why do you hate ads, bro? And then I'm literally I call out what other bullshit coaches do where they're walking for some reason. They're I'm making this ad. And I'm literally just I'm just going to sit down. I'm not even walking anywhere. I'm just making this video. And I literally am hey, look at this place. This is crazy. And my hair is going crazy. This ad crushes to this day. And I made this a year ago. This ad's probably booked me at least $500,000 in students. Who knows, maybe more. But anyway, this ad crushes, and it's literally 2 minutes and 47 seconds long. No edits, no captions, nothing, and it goes straight to my VSL. And look, let's look at this one too. So like this is a case study from one of my clients, Joshua.
Hi, my name is Joshua, and I am the lead photographer for Taliaferro Photographs. I joined Peyton's program earlier this year, and it completely revitalized and changed my business. Our business went from feeling like
I didn't coach him on how to do that. I just reached out to my clients and I'm like, hey guys, can you make some videos for me? And and they did. Like we've got another one here. I don't know if this is, I took a super cut, but let's
You're a great photographer, but you're just not a business guy or marketing guy. This is a great program for that.
We spend about $600 every 6 weeks on ads.
And you can see this is a DM ad, right? So this isn't going to my VSL. It's an actual DM ad. And then I also post story-based content. So like if we look here, this is one of them that I posted, 40K booked for Frank this month, $600 in ad spend, message me, send message, whatever. I've got different ones as well. So we can go up to this one. You can see it's a little, kind of the same. So we run all types of different ads. Like there's no right or wrong way to do it. I've got like some direct ads as well, like this one. This is one of my favorites. Stop relying on Instagram for inquiries, run ads instead. Boom, boom, boom. Go to my VSL. Really easy, right? So that's some of the ad creatives that I've ran. I've ran a lot more, and this is just some of the ones that perform the best. So anyway, we're sending people either to Instagram or website or both. I do both currently. And then obviously we go to DMs if they go to Instagram, and then that's where my setter is coming in and having conversations with them, sending them my VSL to book a call. And then obviously if we're sending them to the VSL straight, they're going just straight to my landing page. And by the way, the landing page that they go to looks extremely similar to the one that you're on right now. If you're watching this on the landing page, you might be watching this on YouTube, and that's fine. But we have a landing page here at peytonhelm.com/join. Looks very similar, right? Very similar to this, very similar branding. But yeah, so we are sending people either to that to watch the VSL directly, or we're sending them to DMs, and then my setter is going in, asking them some questions, then sending them the VSL, or we have ManyChat do it. And then we are booking calls from there. Now, the VSL, obviously, they watch it. It's a very similar VSL to this. It has my pricing in it and everything. It's a full breakdown and all that stuff. It's great, We also have more YouTube content, long form content, and podcasts that go back to the VSL. So like whenever I make a YouTube video, I will have it in like the description and the pinned comment. Like if you want to join my program or you want to learn more, go here. And then that goes all the VSL. So the VSL essentially is my storefront. The VSL is the thing that people have to watch to book a call. All right. Now with the VSL, let's talk about the application here really quick too. So with the application, I have a long application, and I literally in the application have the price range. So I have two different offers. I have a 5K, well, 6K really, and a 10K offer. And in my application, I literally say like, if you are accepted, are you prepared to spend 6 to 10K to scale your business? And literally all the time, it's like I have yes, and then it's like debit or credit, and then I have like yes payment plan, and then I have no, please exit. So they have to leave if they can't afford it, because like I don't want brokies coming into my funnel. This is how I add resistance to get higher people in. So I do have a long VSL too, like same as this one. Like my VSL I think is almost an hour long, so it's not one of those like 10-minute VSLs. And I show a lot of proof. I'm very proof focused, so that way people actually know that like this is something that we actually do. So with content, what we do too, because I wanted to kind of touch on what reverse organic means. I post long form content and I post stories, and that's pretty much it. So YouTube videos, podcast episodes that are literally just stripped from the YouTube videos. Stories and story highlights. It's like you saw my story highlights. I have a ton of them. I don't post them every day. As you can see, I don't have any posted right now. But we do post stories. Well, my social media manager, she posts stories, and she'll do like my YouTube titles and descriptions and stuff like that, and thumbnails. But that's it. We don't do any short form. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying we don't, because we don't have to. It's just kind of something that we've seen. So when they book a call, they go to, obviously they fill out the application, then they book a call through Calendly. Then we send them on a high value email sequence. So 3 emails a day. You could do up to 6 before it gets really like overwhelming. And we're not just sending reminders, we're sending case studies, we're sending frequently asked questions, video answers to FAQ, by the way. So you can call these breakout videos. I know a couple of people in the program or in the industry call it that, but video FAQ. And then just value, right? Like giving them free value. And what that does is, again, it cements you in their mind before they actually get on the phone with you. Obviously reminders, and then we do actually have manual conversations. So my setter and my closer will go in. My setter goes in on Instagram once somebody books a call, and then my closer will text them and literally be like, hey, did you watch our sales video? Like, do you have any questions? Are you still good for this time? Yada, yada, yada. They'll have questions. And a lot of times my setter will actually push for a DM close, and we get them all the time. It's really cool. So when they book a call, and then when they get the value sequence, those both go to my sales video. So this is not one of those funnels that every other coach teaches where it's like application and then get on the call. We have a sales video that's different from my VSL, okay? Sales video is a full program breakdown, video FAQ, and payment details, including payment plans and all that stuff. It's literally a sales call, but it's in a video form. And the reason why we do this is because I was sick of having to get on calls and see price. Like I had to wait for the call and then go through this whole thing just to see the price. So I made a sales video that literally says, here's my price. So they see the price before the call. Well, they see a starting rate before the call, and then they see the full pricing, payment plans, and payment details before they even get on the phone with us, right? And you might be wondering, how does that affect show up rate? I'll show you later. Then they get on the phone. It's literally just a Zoom call, standard call, right? My closer takes it, and then we close them between 5 and 10K. Okay. Now I've got a, like I said, DM specialist, setter, and then a sales representative closer. That's my only sales team. Then what we do, so this is obviously the client acquisition side, and this whole part right here, this is what allowed us to scale to multi 6 figures per month. It's just this. It's so simple. There's not one funnel that works better than the rest. It's sending people to the VSL through Instagram or just through the website. That's it. It's so simple. Don't overcomplicate it. That's all you need. Now, how do we actually create scalable fulfillment? Well, number one, I'm not the only coach in the program. I have paid and volunteer coaches. We have 3 calls a week, up to 4, but we have 3 calls a week in my base level because I have 2 levels. And I've got me, a paid coach, and a volunteer coach. That's it. And I and my paid and my volunteer coaches are all answering questions in our community. We have an automated client journey, which means automated check-ins, automated graduation calls, automated client success interviews. It's all automated. We don't do anything. Reach outs, automated. And we have coaching assets. So I have an AI that answers questions in my tone. We have a frequently asked questions sheet. We have all kinds of tangible materials for people to get their own coaching on their own time. We also have auto onboarding. A lot of coaches say you need onboarding calls. You don't. We have a video, one video that is an onboarding session. And it tells them how to go through everything. And then we celebrate wins. Every Friday, we celebrate everybody's wins. We post them. We get people on client success interviews, post on YouTube, all kinds of stuff. And my coach does that. I don't touch it. This is how I'm able to only work 10 to 20 hours a week, and those are only coaching calls. And it's usually only coaching calls to my mastermind clients who pay me $10,000. Because what do I have to do? Like, my ads are automated. I only spend 2 hours a month working on ads. You know what I mean? Like, the DMs are automated. The VSL is automated. Everything else is automated. What am I doing? Nothing. I'm making content and I'm answering, I'm doing coaching calls. That's it. And I literally do just a few a week. We also have back-end sales, ascensions up into my mastermind offer, continuations if they want more calls, more coaching. We have a referral program, and we do client interviews. But again, that's all my coach. This is how it's scalable. If you're going one-on-one right now, stop. Go to group coaching. I don't do any one-on-one calls for my base level. People pay me $6,000. I don't talk to them one-on-one because I don't have to. It's that easy. Okay? So this is my breakdown. It's really that simple. It's so simple. Okay? Now, let's move on. Why most coaches never scale? The reason why is because they lack certainty. Because to scale properly, you need certainty. You need certainty that your brand and your ads will actually attract ideal clients and not brokies or awful nightmare clients. You need certainty that your ads will have a higher chance of success than failure, because I don't want you wasting money on ads. You need certainty that your pricing is not too high or too low. You need certainty that your VSL will convert clicks and views into booked calls. You need certainty that your calls will actually show up and then that you can close those calls who showed up at a high rate. You need certainty that your team is doing the right things and doing them efficiently. You need certainty that you can train your team to do the right things. You also need certainty that you're doing any of this right in the first place, because trial and error will not get you there. This is what certainty looks like. This is a screenshot of my tracking software, Plecto. Look at this. This is the month of June, one of my highest months. $152,000 gross revenue, $16,000 in ad spend, a 9.1x return on investment from ads. $135,000 profit, subtract 15% for my team. So that left me with about 110,000 just personal revenue, personal profit, right? Ignore the zero calls booked, because this actually pulls from my active CRM. And obviously, like going back historically, there's no calls booked because there's nobody in the call booked thing. But you can see we took 45 calls, we closed 22 of them. We had a 50% close rate and an 88% show up rate. 88% show up rate when people see the price. It's crazy. This was one of our lower close rate months. So if we actually go to this month, it's a lot higher. We're at 70%. And then we have 83% show up rate. And so far this month, we're waiting on a few more sales to come in because we've got 4 booked calls. But like, you know, we're at $33,000 gross revenue and we're 12 days into the month and ad spend $4,970. It's crazy. And we have like, yeah, this is just going to skyrocket too. This is what certainty looks like. How many of you guys have this data? Can you tell me exactly what your close rate is other than good, I think? If you can't, you have a problem. And by the way, this is all automated because I value automation. I value my time. This is what certainty looks like, and this is what I want for you. You have 2 options here. A, you can try to implement this all yourself, and that's fine, you can, and you might get some more clients. And I really honestly hope you do. Like, I really hope you do. But just being real, you're going to face trial and error. You're going to be guessing to see what works best. You're going to be wasting time and wasting ad spend. You're still going to be working 60-hour weeks. You're going to be spending money on ads that probably aren't going to be working because you're trialing it yourself or you're watching other YouTube videos. And nobody will be in your corner telling you if you're doing it right or not, telling you to change things if you need to change things, reviewing what you're doing. Nobody. This is just you. And that's what you've been doing thus far. And it's why you're still stuck. So if you want to keep option A, go for it. Option B, you can scale your coaching business with predictability, clarity, and certainty. That's what I would recommend personally. But you know, I'm biased. If you chose B, I want to introduce you to Ascend. Now, Ascend, the goal is extremely simple. I want to help you scale to consistent 100K months as fast as possible by giving you everything you need to do it. Everything. The core training suite in Ascend is 4 things. Number 1, $1 million brand. How to disrupt your industry and only attract perfect clients. We also talk about program structure here. Okay. Number 2, $1 million ads. Every ad strategy I just showed you in depth from beginning to end that you need to scale no matter what your funnel structure is and how to create, launch, and scale them. Number 3, $1 million funnels from top to bottom, how to get high quality clients wanting your offer through any funnel structure you want. I don't just teach the VSL funnel. I teach the Instagram profile funnel, the DM funnel, a low ticket sales funnel, school funnels, all of it. I've done all of it. I have my favorite, but I know how to do them all at scale. And finally, $1 million sales, how to masterfully close your calls that you get from your funnel, follow up them, and create a referral frenzy. And by the way, this is taught by my good friend Zach, who had a $3 million per year coaching business on closing. That's our core training suite. And you could see it right here in WAP. So we were on School. We just switched to WAP. And this is everything you can see right here. And it's pretty beefy, right? Like we go into $1 million ads, a lot of stuff here, right? But they're short videos designed to get you fast results. We also have a mastermind course, advanced scaling. It's coming soon. I'm still working on it, but it's all going to be systems and automations, hiring and team building and leading, all the stuff you need to go past 100K a month. So this is how we do it. Let's go back here. Here's the program structure, because I'm sure you're like, okay, how does this work? What's the structure? Is it one-on-one? Are you doing things for me? Yada, yada, yada. So you get the full training suite plus the growth tools, which, by the way, we have an ads vault, ad copy templates. We have a full data tracker that will let you track data just like mine. We have full scripts, follow-up scripts, email scripts, setting scripts, call scripts, all kinds of stuff, referral scripts, everything. You get ongoing support. You get a community of disruptors, weekly coaching, and a high-level mastermind if you want to upgrade. You don't have to. But what's really, really, really cool is you get lifetime access. This is not one of those programs where it's 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, whatever. You get access for as long as you want. And you get the custom Peyton Bot AI, which is the same thing I built for my other program. It's the same thing here, but it's specifically for coaches. You can ask it. I'm sure you're familiar with AI by now. It's trained on everything in Ascend and all my coaching calls that I've done. It will give you custom answers based on how I answer questions, but also it can help you script ads. It can help you script content. It can help you script or like review your funnel. It'll help you set up your funnel, help you script your VSL, anything you need. It can review sales calls for you. It can look at your data and tell you when to cut off ads, when to scale ads, all kinds of stuff. Anything you need, it can do with all of the knowledge of your brand and of what's taught in Ascend. So if this sounds good for you, I want to show you the pricing. And this is another way that we are going to be disrupting the coaching industry, because I'm not going to make you jump on a call, right? And then try to close you on a 10K offer. We have two pricing options. You have month to month, and we have lifetime access. If you do, and by the way, I'm not showing pricing in this video because the pricing will change. We are ground level right now. You will be a founding member of Ascend. You will begin the journey with me to help take over the coaching industry. It's going to be a wild ride, right? And right now it's very intimate because we only have a handful of people in. But you can do month to month or get lifetime access. If you go month to month, you get full access to everything. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, like I'll drip feed you content. It's full access to the entire course, coaching calls, everything. And you can cancel anytime. Anytime you want, doesn't matter to me. You cancel, come back, I don't care. But if you join, your price will stay the same no matter what. Month to month, it will stay the same. If you go lifetime access, you will save thousands of dollars per year. You pay in full upfront, or you can do financing, up to you. But you save thousands of dollars per year. And there's 3 bonuses if you get lifetime access. Number 1, me and you will jump on a one-on-one ad scripting call. Now, in the future, this will be my coach. This won't be me. But right now, as of October 12th, 2025, it's me and you. I will help you script your ads one-on-one for 30 minutes. Number 2, you'll get a fully set up CRM with automations, data tracking, everything fully set up. All you got to do is import it into your CRM and you're good. And I'll show you how to do it. You also get funnel templates. If you want literally my funnel that scaled to $2.3 million in revenue in 18 months, you will get that. And like I said, we have financing available. Now there's 2 ways to join. Number 1, you can join right now. If you're on this page, you can just hit join Ascend and it'll take you over to the sales page on WAP. Or you can book a call with my closer, Zach, who also taught the sales training. And 15 minutes, you can ask him anything you want. Anything you want. That's how to join Ascend. If you want in, this is the best time to do it because the pricing will be going up. When we hit 50, 100 members, 200 members, I'm going to be increasing the price. I don't know when, but it will happen. So that's why I'm not showing it here. So whatever price you see on the sales page, it probably will go up. And I'm not going to say when. It just will. So if you want to join Ascend, you want to be part of this, go ahead, hit join now. Or if you want to book a totally free call with Zach and ask him anything you want, feel free. We will hide nothing. All right, my friend. Thank you for watching this video. I really can't wait to help you scale your coaching business to multi-million-dollar per year. And if you want to jump in on Ascend and work with me, feel free. And by the way, just showing these results again, we've already helped a handful of people do this, and I'm very excited to help more people do it. I'll see you in Ascend, and catch you later.